Hey everyone, another Q&A Tuesday with Joe. I'm actually pretty pumped. I just finished watching Ask Gary V with Gary Vaynerchuk and Tony Robbins. So amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm very excited to have it published on YouTube, and I will publish the link below when it's available. Anyways, I have 5 questions for you, and let's just get right on it. The first question is from Kevin. He's asking me, why aren't you using HydroLister or SkuGrid or any other automated software? Well, this is my personal experience. While I actually know many successful dropshipping gurus and a lot of people that they do e-commerce, these tools are great. I have nothing against them. But for me, for my business model, I actually like to offer the opportunity to employ people, to teach them English, teach them how to work in a U.S. North American environment. I like to teach them English. I come from an immigrant background, so I know how important it is to communicate in English, especially coming to Canada, or even just working overseas, working for an American company. It's very important to have the colloquial English, not necessarily the business, the school English that it's taught there. So I train them for my business. I train them to check stock themselves. I train them to search for price changes themselves. So anyways, the options are there. You have to sort of assess how you want to run your business. Do you want to automate it, and sort of fully not worry about hiring anybody for your business? You want to handle it yourself? Do you want to train your VAs on how to use it? So, the options are there. That they don't make it right or wrong. Just assess as to what works for you and take it from there. But for me, I prefer a more organic approach to my dropshipping business. Question number 2. Do you think dropshipping is dead for folks or, that just wanted to start out? Is it oversaturated? What is the actual process of doing it? That's a great question, actually. Someone reached out to me via email with it, so I was very excited to answer it. I personally believe there's no market that's saturated if you work hard and consistent at it every day. Nobody thought that the market is saturated for new movies, or how about a new talk host show, or maybe a keynote speaker, or maybe a professional blogger, or anything in that nature. Maybe a restaurant owner. The market is not saturated for too many sushi places, although I would love to have one open here in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So, no, I don't think dropshipping is dead. Just how I don't personally think email marketing is dead. Yes, I said it. Email marketing is not dead. It's just as alive as you make it to be. So, if you're consistent at it and if you work on it every day, I think you'll definitely get results. And so what's the actual process of doing it? Well, do it. I'm going to list the course below that I took in terms of how to start dropshipping, and you just do it. So if you're interested, check out the course and take it from there and see if it's something you want to approach. Question number 3. Preston asked, have you ever sold an item through the global shipping program and it came defective? How do you handle the return with your source and with your customer? Do you tell the supplier that the item is shipped internationally? Like, what do you do to handle this situation? Because the sources are not going to give you a return shipping label. So, great question, actually. Most of my business comes from the global shipping program. So I ship quite a lot of items internationally, which in turn will give me a lot of returns. So, you know what? Actually, everything is case-by-case basis. So you have to take a look at the situation and see how you can approach it. I'll give you a practical example that you can sort of apply towards, your own situation. So, one source in particular, they do offer return shipping labels that they can be shipped within North America. So what I would do is I would reach out to the source and see if you can use that return shipping label within North America. So that includes, Canada and US and parts of Mexico. So some sources do provide this return shipping label. All you have to do is ask. In some situations, if the item is not as expensive, I would eat out the entire cost of the item. I just look above and beyond for the customer and try to make them happy. In some instances, the product is covered by the warranty in that particular country. So as long as they provide a proof of payment, which is an invoice that you can supply to your customer, they can in turn contact the manufacturer and they can provide the necessary repairment parts that the product is in need to fix it. In a lot of cases, I would pay for the shipping, to have it returned to the source. And then I would work out with the source in the future. Maybe they can offer me some discounts, and just something that you have to think about and negotiate and hustle with your source. But I would take care of the shipping charges. This is only in a case where the product is defective. If it's a change of mind, then obviously the buyer is responsible for paying for the shipping back. And then once the item is received by the source, then you can return. But this specific question only refers to an item that it's not that is defective. So think outside the box. Work with your sources. In a lot of cases, they do provide a return shipping label that's valid. Within Canada and United States, you can pay for the shipping. You can eat the costs, or maybe you can provide an invoice where in turn they could go to the manufacturer and have the part shipped out directly from them. If it's from Europe and Australia, it's a little bit more challenging because the warranty may not cover it. So in that case, you really need to make a decision in terms of refunding the customer in full. So these are some of the risks that you may encounter doing a global shipping international order. You may run into a risk where you have to refund fully. Number 4. What happens when the customer reaches out and says that they never got the item, but when you check the tracking number, it says delivered? Well, you take care of them. Okay. Technically, once the item is shipped out, you have a valid tracking number. You're not responsible for taking care of the customer anymore. But as you know, the only way to stand out is by offering exceptional customer service. So what I do is I actually go back to the source and I indicate that the customer has not received the item, and I request to open a claim against the shipping carrier. In many cases, the source will actually refund me, and in turn I could place an order for a replacement item to be shipped out to the customer. In a lot of cases, the claim is open, and then FedEx or UPS or whoever the shipping partner is, they will directly contact the customer and they will work out the details with them, either refund them or provide them a solution for them. Maybe in a case where the item is delivered and there is a signature, the customer is probably responsible and there's nothing else they can do for him. So I actually open the claim. I like to have that control because in many cases I get refunded, and I could go ahead and refund the customer back, give them an option to place a new order. So that's what I do. Number 5, this actually was a question, one of my favorite questions that I got this week. So I'm having a hard time finding my why. Honestly, I just want to make money. With drop shipping, is that a bad thing? No, it's not. Actually, many people start drop shipping just to make extra money on the side. Pay off their credit card, whatever, get out of their job. So the money is their number one motivator. But understand that once you start making money, your why will actually start to dissolve and your business may suffer. So maybe you might not have the why, or maybe you have like a shallow why. You just want to pay off your bills. But understand that you may want to reevaluate your goals after 3 months or 6 months or after a year, where your why down the road may change, and that will reshape the path to your business. Maybe you just wanted to do it in a short term before you found another job. Maybe it will motivate you to become an entrepreneur and continue building other businesses or continue business on top of this. I have a great book that I would like to recommend, and I'll put the link below. It's by Simon Sinek, and the book is called Start With Why. Fantastic book, that will work through and help you define your why, whatever that may be, and help you reevaluate that along the way. Also, I wanted to mention that I will be in Las Vegas on April 8th, and I will be doing a meetup, and I will be collaborating with Jonathan. And we'd like to do just an impromptu, informal meetup about drop shipping. If you have any questions, I'll have some mini workshops that will include customer service and any other questions you may have about drop shipping. I'll be speaking about virtual assistants, which is a big component of my business and why it is successful. So stay tuned. I've included the event information below. If you have any questions, comment, and you know how to reach me. So I appreciate you always spending the time to watch me. Take care.